All right, nice to be back once again, coming out of a nice win from last time we were here, and that was beautiful, right?
I was very, very happy with that. Sorry I wasn't here for you.
Oh, we did fine without you, quite honestly.
Sure he did.
I had Mark Russell join me.
Oh, nice.
And he had lots to say about this thing, and then the lovely Laura Domingos took time to talk with me.
Yeah, outstanding.
And, of course, I totally made fun of you behind your back.
Of course you did, I'm sure.
Because you were like VIP way up in the suites.
I actually watched it afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So quick shout out to my friend Charmaine, who let me have her suite for the day.
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
For the night. Yeah, she's. They couldn't make it, and she was thinking of the biggest Sting fan that she could find, and that was me. So
nice.
No, they were awesome.
Cool.
Very good.
Before we talk hockey, I got to share something with everybody who's watching. Just moments ago, before we went live, my friend Domingos Fernandez is here. He got the tickets from me for tonight. And he brought his girlfriend, who is now his fiance. Moments ago, proposed to Melissa, and I double-checked. She did say yes.
She did say yes. No, that's a good thing.
And we were able to capture the moment there. There is a video as well that we'll share a little bit later on my social media. And then as an added bonus, I guess my pre-wedding gift.
Right.
I gave him a jersey from Lambton College, as of course tonight is Lambton.
Sure.
Lambton College is everywhere.
Absolutely, I got
it's
my
nice
little.
I got
my
mine
fancy
too.
little Lambton Lions.
Right? Are we supposed? We're supposed to wave these or something?
Yeah, something
right?
like that.
So they're taking me out. Fights are going to happen tonight.
Yes, they are.
But Lambton College right beside us here, and they're all around the room, and these jerseys are now available. Holy crap. I could have sold some last week when I walked in here.
Absolutely.
And it was like, where'd you get that, right?
I like it. I like the blue.
They really did a nice job on it,
Sure
and
did.
a lot of effort goes into the
I'm going to go try and
everything.
grab myself one in a minute.
They've got them. They're on special today, only $59, like $60, I think.
Something like that. Wow.
You'll be able to grab them. They've even got it for the little ones there as well, too.
Outstanding.
So, okay, let's talk about that tonight. Of course, the Lambton College night. What am I doing here with the Sarnia Sting? And somebody that, no extra larges? 2X is it. 2X is it. Oh, well, come on. Mine's a 2X. You
2X is perfect. All right, I'm going to rush over and grab mine then.
Here, let's talk about this guy right here. Definitely worth talking about. We've talked about him a few times, but Ty Voigt right now has really already shown up this year, and he is leading the points right now for forwards in the entire OHL, right?
Woo-hoo!
With 10 points in the last game. So, wow.
Well, it's wow, but it's honestly not surprising.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? The truth is that for all the down times that we've gone through, Dave, you know, I think the one thing that we've both recognized is that there are some skills on this team.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, there are some incredibly good players that when they do step up to the plate, they're making things happen, and we love every minute of that.
How you doing?
You know, so as much as I'm not surprised, but, you know, congratulations to Ty. And I hope he keeps it up because, you know, all those kind of things, you put enough of those together and you get to let them gel on the team.
Right.
And next thing you know, we've got ourselves, you know, some playoff hockey in our future.
Well,
hopefully.
and with that being said, I've already put out the starting lineup. The starting lineup for tonight is exactly the same as it was against the Sioux Greyhounds.
Okay.
And Ty Voigt on there, of course, with where is it, Lance and Nemesnikov. Now, he just went from here. You know, I asked Mark Russell.
Okay.
And I asked Laura, I said about this Maxi, and like Mark Russell is like, yeah, he's done great. He really brought us out of a lot of trouble there in last game.
Sure.
But Laura, interestingly enough, was kind of in agreement with you. Oh, Lambton College this year. And I think I'd like to see a little more from him than what he's given us. But I don't know. But last game, though, I think he showed up more, I think, than what we're used to seeing. And it's a whole new season.
So let me requalify my statement.
What to compare it to, right? I don't know.
So let me requalify my statement, right? Because I do think this is one of those kids that's got lots of skills.
Yeah.
And I just want to see that little bit more consistency because, the truth of the matter is there's passion there.
100%.
You know what I mean? The only problem with that is passion without at least a modicum of control means you're going to spend a little bit of extra time in the sin bin.
Right.
And I just don't want to see that.
Has he been in there much already?
Oh, yeah.
Has he? I'm not paying attention.
Not nearly as much as Chandler has,
Right.
but I think Romeo is he needs a plaque in there. I think
For sure, right? Like,
you know,
well, last year for sure. Like,
you
wow.
gotta
what are
set
you
down
doing?
the New York Times crossword puzzle in there for him just some days.
All right, fair enough.
But you know what? I mean, I just, he, Maxie, he's a bit of a hothead, and if he can keep his wits about him, you know what? He can be a factor.
Yeah.
But the truth is, I honestly think he's one of those guys like Ty that knows how to score goals.
Yeah.
And that's what we haven't seen from him really so much yet. He's getting a lot of A's, but, I mean, we're getting some guys that are really chalking up a lot of points in that A column.
Now, and I'll agree with most of what you said. I think there's more to come from Maxey that we've seen yet. And, of course, it's early in the season. But the fact that he's on a line with, Ty Voigt, I think, is that maybe that's going to help Maxey.
Well, I don't know. I think they just picked the two shortest guys out of the lineup and said, here you go.
Now, come on.
Go be fast.
These three guys out there, I think, no, but really, I mean, these three guys, if they play together, they're obviously having conversations in the locker room, at practices, or whatever.
Yeah, fair
enough.
enough.
So the leadership side, I guess, of Ty Voigt, maybe there's a reason why he's there, do you think? Could that be a factor? I don't know.
I think it could be a factor for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know Ty personally, so I don't know, what he's like in terms of, of the leadership thing. But I do know that he's got a key skill set that we definitely need to have happen.
Yeah.
And you put him in the right lineup with guys who can feed him, and he's a sniper.
Totally.
He reminds me a lot of John Tavares in that respect.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Where you get a good feed to him, and he's a sniper. He knows how to hit that area of the meshy thing where there isn't a goaltender.
Right. The meshy thing. I mean, he doesn't shoot it straight at the goaltender.
No, he doesn't hit him in the number. He's picking him high, low, whatever, you know. Even a couple of 5-holes here and there, which is great, but absolutely a sniper.
Now, let's go back to I want to go back in here to the lineup again. I lost my place. I want to talk a little bit more. Like, were you had another line here I think you were kind of like not sure about. Was it Wainwright, Harper, and Doucette you were kind of like not sure about? Or which one
well, Doucette, Wainwright, Harper, that's a little different. I kind of like that lineup, but I mean, these are younger guys, right? And we've seen Harper and Wainwright. I mean, they got last year they were call-ups from the Legionnaires, and you always worry in those circumstances about whether or not they're going to gel with the pace of the O versus the GOJHL, right? So,
it's a whole new game,
but I
right?
think, but I think they've done an excellent job. I mean, I have been very impressed by Easton Wainwright and Austin Harper, and I do like Tyson Doucette. This is his first year with the Sting this year, I think, and frankly, I like what I've seen. So, if there's going to be a future to the Sting, after we lose a couple of OAs maybe next year or whatever, that's as good a lineup as there is going to be.
Right. It was nice to see Ben Gaudreau, as of course they're talking about right now. We'll start off between the pipes tonight. Much better time than
Yeah.
that one night against
100%.
Saginaw, right? And however, that being said, I can never say his name.
But he
right.
got
Sudika.
ran over though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
they
goodness.
took him out. That was like, and there was, I think there was a game misconduct there.
There
and
was.
There was lots
There
of
was.
penalties.
Which means there's probably going to be a review, and let's
Yeah.
just hope they throw the book at him. It was pretty blatant.
It was. I'll say it. I thought it was pretty. I mean, right place at right time for that player to do that. But he obviously turned and was making a point to do what he did. I review what? I'm sorry.
Not my favorite kind of hockey.
No, not at all. Actually, I spoke to Pat DeRoche post-game after, of course, the former goalie with the Sting. And
Are you sure?
And I said, how'd that go? Did you ever have to deal with that? And you know what he said? Sorry, Pat. He said, actually, because it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
But back then, it was a different hockey game. He said, when
Yes.
that happened to you, you gave the guy a couple of bombs, and then you carried on. And you got up and you kept going. But it's a different game now. The hitting, that kind of thing. We've even talked in the past about the head hitting.
Yeah,
They're really tightening things up here. And I'm really hoping that the OHL uses that as an example to say, here's how we're dealing with this stuff. Because it's not cool either. I mean,
No.
This isn't wrestling. This isn't boxing.
No, and you
aggression
can
is a
put
part of the game, but the goalie
you can put a guy's career in jeopardy
absolutely
with those kinds of hits, right?
Yeah.
So, not to put too fine a point on it, but it just you can't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no.
Flat out.
So I guess we'll see what comes out of that, but I think it will not be in the and then of course they pulled Ben Gaudreau right away, and which I think was probably a good move.
A good call, absolutely.
I haven't heard anything that he's he's
I was really more worried
he's
about
back tonight, obviously,
knees and stuff like that because he was a little sort of stretched out a bit, and that hit came in below the belt and
strong,
strong. I think
from a big MF.
Yeah,
right,
100%.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see he's in the pipe between the pipes now.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a good sign.
All right, well, Owen Sound attack here tonight in the house of the Sarnia Sting.
Yeah.
This is not going to be an easy game, I don't think.
No, it's not.
They're a big team. They're here to win.
Well,
they show up,
and
I think they're going to come right out of the gate and say to the Sting, okay, we're knocking you. They want to knock them down because we're 3-1 right now.
Yep.
They want to come out now and go, yeah.
And you know what? Traditionally, Owen Sound has always come here to the PASA, and they play the Sting hard.
Yep.
They are another one of those aggressive teams that are they're going to give 110%.
Yep.
And you gotta expect it.
Right.
I think is.
So what's the strategy here tonight, based on what you've already seen from our Sarnia Sting thus far? Can they play the same way they did against the Sioux and expect to win this game?
Well, no, because frankly, I think we were still a little sloppy when we played the Sioux. And frankly, the way to beat an aggressive team is not always to, sort of reflect back that aggression.
Right.
I think we need to keep our wits about us. I think the Sting need to desperately find that nuanced play. They need those tic-tac-toe, 2 passes and a sniper shot,
which has been working well so far.
Which, in the last game was, it was pretty obvious. That's what we were doing.
For sure.
And I think, if we can keep that sort of a little more European, a little more finesse style game, I think we got a really good chance.
So are we taking the puck to them, or are we playing a little more defensively here and not letting them get too close to us, but then take the opportunity to take it away from them?
I don't think we can play. I don't think we can play defensively.
Okay.
Right now, I made no bones about it. I think defense is probably one of the weaker parts of the Sting team. So I think that, playing defensively is a recipe for disaster. I think you still got to take it to them, but you can't just, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can't just plow through three guys and expect to.
You got to know
make
what you're up
something happen.
against.
You got to know what you're up against. You got to find those open passes, because if there's three guys covering you, that means there's two guys on your team that are open and waiting for a pass.
Right.
And you got to hit those passes. They got to be clean. They got to be in the right direction. And hopefully we can do something with that.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out. We're moments away from the Sarnia Sting getting ready to come out and take on the Owen Sound Attack. We'll be back
I
here.
go get my blue jersey.
Yes, you need one, right?
Yes.
And wear it the next time you're back here.
100%.
All right, Owen Sound Attack ready to take on the Sarnia Sting. We'll see what happens. We'll be back here at the end of first period for updates. On behalf of the Sarnia Sting, I'm David Burrows with my friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!